How's it going? I'm gonna do a Damned album ranking today. Once again, only official albums, no collections, no live albums, all that. Um, this is my second ranking now. I did Black Flag a couple days ago. My main goal in this video is not to say as much. So, starting off, we're going from worst to the best. Full length albums only. Starting at the worst. The Damned, Who's Paranoid? And as you see with the cover, because once again I'm getting goddamn glare, the cover, Who's Paranoid? Oh, I'm paranoid. But this is like poppy beyond belief. Way more poppy than even Strawberries, which is kind of too poppy for me. And I mean, it almost, if you could, if this was playing and you'd walk in the middle of it, you might not even know this was The Damned. I mean, I just can't get into it. I tried to listen to it again, because as I was doing this review stuff, and still, no, feel the same way about it. Nope. Okay, after that, we have Not of This Earth, which I've also seen it titled as I'm Alright, Jack and the Beanstalk, I think. Either way, let me get this cover out. So it's little, and then you got this on the inside, and then you got this weird thing on the outside that I've never seen on any CD, but I don't know if you can, it's just a weird thing that's just hanging there. I don't know. But it says, new studio album in 10 years, Dave Vaney and Rat Scabies, so he's back. Then you got, I think the guitar player from The Godfathers. And then it says Glenn Matlock. And then at the very bottom it says Brian James. I was like, holy shit. Brian James is on it for 3 seconds. I think Glenn Matlock's on this for 3 minutes. But either way, I think I've seen this reviewed as someone called this the damn White Snake album or something like that. But either way, it's right. I guess it was written by a guitar player. They said that in the movie. But it's okay, but it's just kind of straight ahead rock songs. Testify is a good one, track 2, and then Tailspin's really good. I like that a lot. His vocals, Dave's vocals are really good on that, but either way, just kind of a weird album. I mean, it's almost not a Damned album. So that would be the next one. And then after that we got, and I have this on record too, which is, I'm actually going to say, here's Anything. This is on tape, but what I'd say about this, you go into any record store, any punk record store, you're going to see Anything on vinyl used, because it might be the only damn record there, because it's just always there. It's that kind of album. The only thing Anything, the first track is good, and then Alone Again, the second track is good, and I think they did a video for that one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 9 songs on the whole thing. It's just not that great. Even the band in the documentaries kind of we seem to put out a good album, then a bad album, and they're referring to this as a bad album. But like I said, a good couple songs or two, but it's in the bottom. I'm going to throw in the newest album. I can't even remember the title. I was so scarred from Who's Paranoid, I saw it was the same lineup. I couldn't listen to it. I checked it out because of this, and I would say it's about, it's better than anything. Pretty poppy still, but it's better. I don't really, I'd have to listen to it more, but I definitely am going to get it the next time I see it. So put it that way. And then next after that would be, once again, we're going best to worst. We got Phantasmagoria. And I think Dave's the only one in the band, the only original member in the band at this point. This one's before, let's see where the lineup is. But either way, this is before anything. And I guess I never knew, but from watching the movie, I guess Eloise was a huge hit. And it sounds like a Beatles song to me. And then there's Grimly Fiendish, another very Beatles sounding song. Shadow of Love, kind of darker. You know, this is a cool album. It could almost been like a Dave Vanian solo album, and it's got that, I guess they're going more goth, whatever the fuck that means. After that, I do keep saying I'm trying not to. After that, I'm going to go with, and a lot of people I'm sure won't agree with this, but Strawberries. This is just way too poppy for me, and I couldn't listen to it much when I first got it. I listened to it again. I like it. I mean, the production, the sound quality is really good. The playing on it's good. Ignite, the first track, obviously classic, still really good. And then I'm trying it. Generals was good, but it's really I don't know, it's just too poppy, not very heavy. I'm trying to look at some tracks. The one I have has some extra tracks on it too. But if you're talking about the original album, nothing else. I mean, Dozen Girls. I'm not into that type of. Just very. If you think of that and then think of their old stuff, I don't know. I'm gonna move on, but yeah, I'm not. I'm just. This is what's next for me. Once again, too poppy. After that, I'm gonna go with one of their newer, or I guess it's really not that new. It's like 20 years old now, but either way, it's a newer one to me. And I actually got to see him on this tour. Maybe that's why I like this one as well. But this was after that, what was it called? Not of This Earth, that kind of corny album. And they came back. Captain Sensible is now in the group. I mean, on all the songs. And then Patricia is on bass, Dave's wife, but she's also been in plenty of other bands herself, like Sisters of Mercy and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is a real like punk album, good songs, catchy. Democracy, song.com is real catchy. It's just a pretty good rocking album, a lot of good songs on it, so that's why it gets up there. And it's weird, it's on Nitro Records, which is kind of like a smaller punk label in America. I think it was owned by the guy from Offspring, I'm not sure. I think AFI was on it before they signed, but I was kind of surprised to see him on that label. But okay, coming in, I don't even know how many. I never count before I should, but either way, next in line, I'm going to have Music for Pleasure. And a lot of people, I guess at the time, this was poorly received. The band seems to really hate this record. The cover's not too great. I don't know what they were going for with that. It looks like some kind of new wave art Pac-Man thing. I don't fucking know. And then this is their second album, and it's just like, it's almost like, did they have all these songs and they decided to release all their good ones first on the first album? But there's Don't Cry Wolf, One Way Love. I like Idiot Box. I mean, there's a couple, but it doesn't compare to it's definitely a step down from the first album, sound wise. It's a little weird too. They brought this guy in Lou. I think he's on guitar. Yeah, for I don't know what reason. I knew there was a problem with that. Like some of the guys didn't want him there. Why mess up a good thing? The sound on the first album was just fine, but here's that dude. He's right there. You can already tell. Look at Dave Vanian's like, dude, what the fuck are you even doing here? I don't know. I don't know whose choice that was, and I think that's the only album he's on. And then the original lineup broke up after that. So then I can tell you that we're in the top three now. And so number 3, we're going to go with the Black Album. And this is a CD. I do have this on vinyl. I bought it like 20 some years ago because in America at the time, you couldn't get it on CD for whatever reason. So I had to get it on vinyl and record it on a tape. But this is, once again, whatever the hell getting more goth means. I don't know, but it's getting kind of more poppy, but really great sound quality, really good production. You got Wait for the Blackout. Drinking About My Baby, another great rockin' one. The bass on this is really good too. Twisted Nerve, Hit or Miss, Dr. Jekyll. I mean, there's so many good ones. Sick of This and That. And then I think the album didn't have Therapy, another great one. I mean, the whole album's pretty good. It also has the quote "Angry, Young, and Poor" on this, which is like a record store I grew up going to, still there in Lancaster, PA. Really cool record store. And then on the CD, it has Curtain Call. I don't think that was on the album, but either way, Curtain Call is awesome as well. So yeah, this is pretty. I mean, this is pretty solid and real good. I think this was. No, Strawberries was the last where after that there weren't too many original members for a while. So we're down to two, and I'll show a couple of. I don't want to say honorable mentions or anything like that. They're just other Damned albums I have. Now this has been playing. This is Sessions of the Damned. Nothing new on this. It's just them recorded different recordings of pretty much everything from their first album to it looks like maybe the Black Album, maybe even a little bit Strawberries period. But that's what I've been playing. I don't know if you guys can even hear it, but here's this would be a Love Song right here. A little different anyway. So that's that. 22 tracks. I just saw it somewhere and picked it up. Tales from the Damned. And this has got a lot of B-sides, all that kind of stuff. We can see how it's different. I think the Friday the 13th EP's on this, but There in a Sanity Clause, good song. Nothing too crazy on this. So I like the Citadel cover they do, the Stones. I don't know if you can see it. This is on Cleopatra. And then just two live ones. Final Damnation. I think this was done during the 80s at some point, but it's got the original lineup doing a set, and then it's got the next lineup doing a set. So it's pretty cool. And then this is just kind of a random live one. If you want to hear the, it's called Not the Captain's Birthday Party. If you want to hear like the first two albums, that's what this is. Oh, it almost looks like it's almost all the first album, but they do have a couple ones from the second. I mean, I guess they hate that album, the Music for Pleasure album, so bad that they say they won't ever play anything live from it, but I have stuff where they're playing stuff from it. But there's that. So the band on the back. So, but it's cool. It's an original, it's the original lineup, so why not? Not that many songs on it. All right, so we're down to the last two, and this could go either way for a lot of people, but I'm going to put number 2, Machine Gun Etiquette. And this, I always love this back. I don't know if this back cover was the front cover at one point or what, but they're just walking around, and in the background, I don't even know if you can see it on that. You can barely see it in that picture, but Dawn of the Dead's on the marquee. And then, you got Dave with an axe right there. But this is when they came back, I think right after the Dooms, it was Lemmy. Here's another great one of Dave. I mean, what a great front man, great voice, great look. Sorry, my cat was just over there. Now there's one where they're standing and there's Rocky too. I didn't notice that one, but either way, I know that one had Dawn of the Dead. But so many great songs. Love Song, Machine Gun Etiquette. I just can't be. The whole album's good. Plan 9, Channel 7, one of their best songs. Smash It Up 1 and 2. Yeah, the whole album's good. Nothing much more to say. Great sound. And then, of course, I got to go with the original, the first album. This is the first one I ever heard. Every song's good. It was rocks from beginning to end. The sound of it, it's hard to explain. A lot of people don't like the sound of it. They think it's too primitive, but I really like it. And every song is good. I love the Fan Club. Great guitars. Born to Kill. Stab Your Back. Feel the Pain. New Rose, of course. I mean, the whole album's good. And supposedly this lineup is back together. This is 2022 now. I'm sorry, 2021. Fuck. Anyway, they're back together, I guess. They're getting ready to do some shows. They were all wearing masks in the pictures, the promo pictures. But and then when I first got this, look at Dave Vanian. I mean, give me a break. How cool is that? But yeah, great voice. Brian James, great guitars. I mean, Rod Scabies, awesome bass. Captain Sensible, not only. Captain Sensible bass, but not only just playing that, but the character, the songwriting he brings to it, and then Rat Scabies, one of the greatest punk drummers ever. So that's come to an end there. I could also recommend Lords of the New Church and Dave Vanian and the Phantom Chords if you're looking for something from the other members. But right now, it'd be cool to see an album from the original lineup since they're back together. So who knows? But looks like they're only playing in England right now. So I'd just like to see some video from it. I didn't really think that was going to happen again, especially after seeing the documentary where half the band's playing and then the other half the band's playing in another band. It's kind of a weird thing. But either way, thanks for checking it out. Hope I didn't say too much. And until next time, I'm maybe do a couple more reviews, and I'll probably stop doing them like I did the movie reviews and the VHS stuff. It's just I'll do a couple here, and then I'll probably never do them again. But either way, if you have any suggestions of any rankings, and certainly put your own favorites of least to best of the damn below if you feel differently. And thanks a lot.